Welcome to your full moon transmission for December. I'm Prema, and I'm a Vedic astrologer and creator of your Sacred Wealth Code. We work with the sidereal zodiac, the actual sky, the sky that mirrors your inner architecture with precision. What I offer here is not predictive. It is structural remembrance. It's the way the cosmic field moves through you and how you're being asked to walk with it. If you're someone who feels the rhythm of life more than the rules, and you know your success is rooted in soul, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Each month I share a monthly forecast and a full moon Vedic astrology transmission as well, to help conscious leaders, creatives, and visionaries move in harmony with divine timing. If you want to attune more deeply, you're welcome to use the Sacred Wealth Archetype Quiz, which is free, or the free Vedic Astrology Chart Calculator. They're here to serve you. This full moon in Taurus, in Rohini Nakshatra, brings a clarity that does not rise loudly. It steadies you. It softens and it strengthens you at the same time. It reveals direction without stirring chaos. It gathers you back into coherence and into the seat you may not have fully occupied for some time. This full moon carries the guidance of completion, but in the highest sense of the word, not a closing, but a ripening, a knowing, a sense that something in you has reached its next level of coherence, and now it's ready to step forward. The moon, especially exalted in Rohini, is the archetype of the queen in the Sacred Wealth archetype system, the divine feminine leader. Rohini is the pulse of fertile devotion. Taurus is the ground of embodiment, a fixed earth sign, and together they create a field where desire becomes direction, longing becomes clarity, and where the next expression of your identity begins to breathe through the body. This full moon is not subtle, it is steady. It's inevitable. It's the kind of clarity you feel before you can articulate. You may notice a soft inner yes rising, not dramatic, not emotional, but undeniably true. And that yes is the beam of this moon. Because this full moon isn't operating alone. It's held within a subtle architecture that shapes the entire experience. Saturn's aspect brings weight and maturity. Saturn, our great administrator. Mars and Venus, the honorable warrior and the connector, in Scorpio, bring depth and honesty. And Mercury, our communicator, refines your inner communication so the truth is easier to name. All of these forces move around the moon, but the moon leads. Everything else is simply revealing what the moon already knows. And what this moon knows is you are no longer becoming. You are beginning to walk as the one you already are. This full moon is the moment where you feel yourself returning to power, returning to your clarity, returning to the truth that has been simmering beneath the surface for months. Rohini awakens your sacred desire, not the desire of fantasy or hope or emotional looping, but the desire that comes from structural remembrance. The desire that is yours because it fits the architecture of who you are. This is why this moon feels calm, grounded, and adult. There is no push, no strain, and no swirl. Just a sense of, yes, this is mine. This is the direction. This is the next identity coming online. Directly across the zodiac from the moon, Mars and Venus sit together in Scorpio. I talk about this all more in my December forecast for the whole month. All the placements. But with Mars and Venus across the zodiac in Scorpio, it's not tension. This is depth. Scorpio is deep devotion. This is honesty. This is the quiet removal of what no longer belongs to your field. Mars cuts what drains you, and Venus clarifies what you are truly loyal to. Scorpio shows you the truth behind everything you've been feeling but not naming. But this opposition doesn't destabilize you, it strengthens you because Taurus holds you. Rohini focuses you and Saturn matures you. Saturn aspects this. The identity rising is stable. This is why you may feel a very clean sense of, we're done with that. This chapter is complete. That version of me has no place here. Not emotional, structural, clear. This full moon says, choose what builds you. Release what binds you and walk with what is true. This is the opening of the December architecture, as this is on the 4th. The architecture of return, maturity, and direct structure. Everything you will move through in this month begins in this moment. You feel the return. You feel the emotional adulthood. You feel the directive knowing that comes when you are seated in coherence. This is the moon that shifts you into December's tone. Less emotion, more structure. Less processing, more alignment. The return is already happening. Your only job is to let it move. I invite you into these reflections. Feel free to pause any time to spend more time with them. Where am I returning to myself? What desire feels clean, grounded, and undeniably true? What identity is beginning to rise through my body? What ending is occurring naturally, quietly, without resistance? In what direction am I ready to walk now? Let these questions land as the beam of this moon moves through your field. If you feel called to move inside this full moon with steadiness and embodiment, you're welcome to join the full moon coherence circle. This is your monthly recalibration point, a living temple where the noise falls away and your structure remembers itself. Each gathering is held at the full moon, the moment when illumination is highest and distortion is easiest to see without collapse. It's not a class. It is not content. It is a structural field for refinement, release, and alignment. The invitation is open if you feel called. And in this circle, you'll step into your high heart beam, receive the structural directive of December, engage in a Rohini-rooted breath sequence, leave with a clarified field, not a heavier one, and carry the remembrance into your decisions, your relationships, and your leadership. This is a return. If the invitation speaks to you, follow the resonance. The link is down below. If this full moon is awakening a deeper truth within you, you may feel called to have a reading with me, a soul blueprint reading or a sacred wealth code reading. These are not informational sessions. They are mirrors. They reveal your structure you're ready to inhabit now and the timing that goes along with it. The link is down below. And if you know this is a time of consecration and you're being asked to lead from coherence and not performance, you're invited to step into the field of sacred wealth mastery. It's not a course. It is a resonance field, a living temple for soul-aligned service, sacred architecture, and true wealth. If this transmission served you, I invite you to like, to comment, I read them all, and to subscribe to stay in the rhythm with future updates. And this also helps the field reach those who are listening for it. I appreciate you so much, and so much love to you.